In this video, you'll find out the truth about alcohol and its relation to hair loss in men and in women. Hey guys, Leon here and welcome to the Hairguard YouTube channel. On this channel, we create science-backed YouTube videos all about how you can combat hair loss and regrow your hair. If you're new here, make sure to hit subscribe. First off, alcohol does not cause hair loss in everyone. Seeing an alcoholic with a full head of hair only shows that everyone is different. Everybody reacts differently to alcohol consumption, and there are many factors in pattern baldness. But as convincing as your friends may be in getting you to drink, it turns out that regular and excessive alcohol consumption could very well be causing your hair loss. So now we're going to look at 6 reasons why alcohol could be causing your hair loss. The first reason is that drinking alcohol affects the acid and alkaline balance of the body. The human body must maintain a balance between acid and alkaline states. In fact, the ideal pH is about 7.4, which is just slightly alkaline. Drinking alcohol shifts the balance strongly over to the acidic side. Incidentally, most of our modern diets are also heavily weighted on the acidic side. Things like grains, cheese and meat are all highly acidic. When your body does become overly acidic, it will do almost anything to try and get back to an alkaline state. One of the ways it can do this is by using the protein stored in the body to reduce acidity. Unfortunately, in people who suffer from hair loss, the body can use the protein called keratin. Therefore, because alcohol is acidic, drinking alcohol can make the problem much worse. Reason 2 is alcohol consumption can lead to blood sugar spikes. Many types of alcohol have considerable amounts of sugar in them. You know, things like alcopops, cocktails and mixers all have huge amounts of sucrose and fructose. On an occasional basis, this may not cause any problems, but there is now evidence that insulin resistance is actually linked to pattern baldness. A few reasons may be that insulin resistance plays a role in follicle miniaturization, which is a major contributor of hair thinning and loss. It's also been found that insulin-like growth factor, which is most abundant in those with insulin resistance, is actually shown to induce androgen production. In other words, it produces more DHT, which is believed to be the main trigger for androgenetic alopecia sufferers. Now, whatever the cause, it's clear that alcohol and blood sugar spikes are something to be aware of. Reason 3 is alcohol consumption often means eating foods that are pretty unhealthy. Perhaps the most well-known study on the topic, known as the FinDrink study, aimed to investigate differences in dietary patterns in relation to levels of alcohol consumption among Finnish adults. Male heavy drinkers had a less favourable nutrition intake than their moderate and non-drinking counterparts. This induced lower fibre, calcium, iron and intake levels. In addition, moderate heavy drinkers tended to get their energy from fats as opposed to carbohydrates. Such a diet low in nutrients and high in fats can increase the risk of developing chronic conditions and contribute to an earlier death. These can also contribute to poor health and system inflammation, which is just another contributor of hair loss. Reason 4 is that alcohol leads to dehydration that may cause dry and brittle hair. Improper hydration of the skin can cause a loss in strength and elasticity, which can lead to long-term damage of the follicles. Now, in some cases, it may even promote the development of dry skin, which can lead to itching and, well, even more opportunity for damage to the scalp. In short, alcohol is a diuretic and a promoter of dehydration, which then leads to the improper functioning of crucial organs, including the skin. Reason 5 is that alcohol can damage your liver, causing toxins to build up in your blood. It's quite obvious that long-term heavy drinkers are susceptible to liver damage. After all, the liver is responsible for removing bodily toxins and purifying the blood. But did you know that even short-term drinking can put a strain on the liver? Perhaps most importantly to hair loss sufferers, alcohol can induce inflammation in the body. Inflammation of the hair follicles can lead to miniaturization, which is a process that further promotes hair thinning and loss. The liver also produces bile, which helps with the process of digesting foods. So damaging your liver with excessive alcohol consumption can cause poor digestion and reduced nutritional intake. Reason 6 is that alcohol causes worse sleep and increased stress. Now, although sometimes it may seem like a nightcap helps you to fall asleep, studies have shown that alcohol consumption leads to a poor quality of sleep. This can cause you to be overtired and irritable. But beyond feeling tired, poor quality of sleep can leave you feeling stressed out. So, what does this have to do with hair loss? Stress has quite a strong connection to hair loss, and there may be multiple reasons for this. First, stress can enhance neurogenic inflammation. This isn't good for men and women with androgenetic alopecia, as they likely already suffer from miniaturization of the follicle due to inflammation. Does alcohol consumption directly cause hair loss? No. However, there are many side effects of drinking alcohol which can create the perfect storm for thinning and hair fall. And these include an improper acid-alkaline balance, poor nutritional intake, and even liver damage. But if you suspect hair loss, and especially if you're genetically predisposed to pattern balding, I recommend that you stop drinking completely, and then you can focus on making positive changes to your lifestyle which can contribute to the hair regrowth cycle. So guys, that's what we wanted to share with you on alcohol consumption. If you're new here, make sure to hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.